If you did, you might have to do it back out and go back in it.
Okay, got it. Hey, I'm working the computer today, so forgive me if anything goes wrong.
Everything goes wrong
First
all the
time.
time.
Getting started like 1 minute late today, no biggie. Eating sunflower seeds.
Since we're still in Facebook jail, y'all spread this.
Yeah.
Please.
We're constantly in Facebook jail.
We got actually 2 minutes, or I can just come in whenever the fuck I want to come in. I think I'll do that.
That'll work. Alright, here we go, guys. What? I reached the end of Reddit. Anybody else like these? It's pretty good. I like the mint ones.
We got a minute.
Okay.
Why is it so low? Really quiet. We got 50 seconds.
Yeah. Looking over some stuff, getting prepared. This says your self-perception is the driving force in your life. Sure.
All right, 17. I know. And then we play our intro.
Is your dab going?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The dab.
What?
Nothing, I found it. Alright, thank you, Pershing Empire and Forgettables. This one's from Pershing Empire. Did he tell you what strain this was?
I don't remember.
Oh
I was
shit,
in and
sorry. We don't know the strain, but I smoked some last night. Knocked me the hell out. I mean, I don't even remember falling asleep. You put the music down. Oh, sorry.
You ready?
Yep. Go for it. Oh my god, no, it's tangled.
What?
Go.
Hey everybody, how you doing? We are here. I'm not going to do the intro like we always do. I don't want to do it. So,
What did you want to do?
I don't know. I feel like just turning things on and just
Jump into
start.
it then. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
We are Mike and April. We do have 2 shows. This is the
There's
Mike and
the
April
intro.
show. Yeah. There it is. We do the Mike and April show.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you because I put a dab like on the email and then I just
Right.
tried to suck out of the microphone.
That's funny. Right. That you're already high, right? No. I'm trying to give the volume right in my earphones. It sounds really weird. Yeah. But yeah, we have 2 shows. We call it the Mike and April show. We kind of just wanted to call it Mike and April Sesh.
We can say we have 1 show that airs twice a week. There you
go.
We're on twice, yeah.
I think we're just going to call this the Mike and April Sesh. We've already changed the name once. Why not change it again?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's like...
That's the pattern. We're just going to keep changing the name every month or 2?
I guess so. Mike and April Sesh.
The show that shall not be named.
I'm really at a crossroads right now. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. Whether or not I want to continue just doing this show. I'm burnt out, guys. So burnt out. 2 shows. My mom just passed. I'm really tired.
Yeah, I feel like you are burnt out, huh?
Shout out to our sponsors.
A lot all at once.
The sponsors for Toke Radio are Guy's Garden, Kind Meds. I'm not a good announcer, so I'm just going to say them. 710 Pints, King of Quality, Simply Pure. She's coughing directly into my ears.
I'm trying to turn away.
The mics are everywhere. TH Custom Promos, Grass Trades, The Clinic, Studio 420, which is where we're located. Studio 420 is the only smoke club that I've come to in Denver. And it's not even in Denver. It's in Englewood, which, to me, if you don't live in Denver, everything's Denver.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
They're like, oh, no. It's Englewood. Well, it's Denver. It's Denver to me. Okay.
For the people that can see this rig that I'm smoking out of, it has a really tall reclaim catcher.
Mm-hmm.
And it puts it up to the height of the mouthpiece. And I don't know, it's kind of weird. And then I have to bow out my elbow to put it up there and stuff.
Right.
How much higher could this go? I mean, why? Why is that this high?
You know what the problem that I have with doing the show is, and I'm just going to tell you on there. It's just, there's nothing wrong. I love it up here. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, like I said before we turn the thing on, we have 2 shows we do, and it's Wednesday from 5 to 7, and then Thursday from 11 to 1. And when we go through all the information that happens, I don't want to have 2 of the same show. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to have...
You're worried about regurgitating information from the previous show.
Yeah, I wish we could just record our sessions and throw them on Toke Radio. I mean, that would be really something to do, because we do have a lot of sessions. And we're going to talk about how we have people come over to our house all the time. Because we're about to start doing this yoga thing we're going to talk about here in a little bit. Mm-hmm. We're starting something called Highest Kites Yoga. Everybody's doing yoga. Everybody's charging for yoga. That's ridiculous. So we're not charging anybody. We're just going to smoke weed and do yoga. If I don't know how to do yoga. I've never done yoga. Yeah. But you know who has done yoga? YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube has, I'm sure, some awesome...
Yeah.
Not just YouTube.
Well, I've done a little bit of yoga, and I really enjoyed it. I found it to be really useful for stress and stuff like that.
Mm.
So, I can help find a video, too. We won't be totally ignorant.
Yeah, we're not going to find the worst video. Actually, what we might do? We might find the worst video just so we can get it out of the way, right? I think we're going to talk a little bit about the CPR. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm going to get into that. But it's I hate having 2 of the same show. It kind of bugs me, because I feel like we get on Facebook Live and it's the same thing.
Yeah. I want to find a
just
video
visually.
with a yogi or a person that leads the class that is kind of like the yogi from GTA 5 in the storyline.
When he having sex with his wife?
Well, besides that. But I mean, this will be on YouTube. He's just ultra pretentious and telling you you're doing everything wrong and shit like that.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to try to record this stuff. I got to talk to some people and see if I can get this done.
Yeah,
but
hey, I think that's a good idea. We already have multiple mics.
Yeah.
So we would just set them out in strategic places. But yeah, I think you and I should talk about that later, because can we play a recording?
I don't know.
I
don't know. If you guys want to call, if you guys want to just call... What's wrong?
I just dropped a fucking dab because this thing was hot and it slid
off. I know,
off
right? It's not good.
And usually the spork stops it, but I had it upside down.
Not with these types of dabs, though.
Shit.
I think this spork can only be used on certain dabs.
Maybe I didn't even...
We labeled the show, what was it? Should we talk about conspiracies? Short answer is yes.
Because we should talk about anything and everything,
it's
not...
trying to prove something or disprove something. If you're telling me we shouldn't talk about conspiracies, that would be dumb.
And the question is not meaning should we as a show talk about conspiracies.
No.
It was just saying, should the human race talk about conspiracies since they're not proven?
True.
Right? Is that close?
But it would be really fascinating.
Should you even talk about things you can't, you know?
You know what would be neat is I looked up just a list of conspiracy theories, and there are a lot of conspiracy theories, right?
I would like to see a list of conspiracy theories that prove to be true.
Oh.
That's the list.
Well, see, the reason that my answer is should we talk about conspiracy theories, and the answer is yes, is because there are certain conspiracy theories that have been proven. The Catholic Church molesting kids and shit, that was real shit that at the time was a conspiracy theory.
Chemtrails.
Chemtrails.
The government admitted it.
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I was one of those people that was like, fuck you guys, chemtrails aren't real, shut up. You know?
Right.
And then it was like, oh, okay. What else is like that? That kind of makes me think.
Right. What else is the government not telling us?
What else am I like, fuck you, that's stupid, why are you even, saying that?
Yeah.
And it's true.
Well, you go to Wikipedia, there's a whole list of conspiracy theories, and which is very fast. I was really happy when I saw that list because it's just broken down for you, right? And then you guys, if you just scroll down, there's a lot of them.
Okay.
And it's broken down by section, like ethnicity, race, and religion. So anti-Semitism, is that right? Did I say that
Semitism.
right? Semitism. Holocaust denial, anti-Armenianism. That's a specific one. Anti-Baha'ism.
What is what? Say that.
Is that what is that?
Spell it for me.
BAHA-ism.
Baha'i.
I think that's what it said.
I don't know what that means.
Anti-Catholicism.
Catholicism?
There you go. That one. This one just says Islam. This one just says the Bible. It doesn't really go into detail. It will if you scroll down. But global warming, MK Ultra, which is what we talked about one time.
Which is true.
Flat Earth was one time we talked about, which is not true.
Right.
I'm make sure to point that out real quick.
I thought of something the other, this is funny, I thought of something when I was on the toilet, because that's when you do your best thinking, is when
Mine's
you're
in the
emptying your
shower.
bowels. I thought to myself, what if the world is flat? And I know that they're saying it's like a disc, so you just kind of go around in a circle,
Yeah.
But, okay, but what if, so that would be like technically you can't travel in a straight line. And technically...
Right, you're not traveling in a straight line. You'd be traveling kind of...
technically you can't right now because you're on an arc. You're on a curve.
Right.
So everything's going to be bowed, even if you travel totally straight. But that's like saying in space, even if I travel straight, I'm still going to be going in a circle. Because that's what they say, you can't fly off the side of it because it'll just take you in a circle. What will take me in a circle? Magic?
I feel like I'm going to make someone upset by saying this, but flat Earth, as soon as they give you some information about it, you're like, oh, okay. Oh, there's this flat. Oh, okay, I can see that. And then they go, oh, the moon is just a satellite. It's just fake, I go, oh.
Maybe that's why we don't get to see the backside.
And then they
get to see the backside.
Right. And then they go, and then the sun rotates around us again. I'm like, what? It's not rotating around us, though. It's rotating
in a circle above
us.
Circle.
Right. And then I was like, this is getting weirder and weirder. So...
It has to, because you have to keep answering more and more questions.
And then the Antichrist is coming. So it's like, wait a minute.
It's because the Antichrist is coming.
That's not even what we were talking about.
Flat Earth. Illuminati.
Illuminati. I don't know. Well, yeah. What's really cool is I would love to go down this list and just look at all of them and maybe talk about them.
You need to look up the Black people conspiracies list.
Oh, yeah.
Because Illuminati's going to be on the top of the list, and I don't understand why.
I saw it.
Black people are so into this Illuminati thing, especially in music. I don't know. I feel like they're just bullshitting and they're just throwing Easter eggs in it. Like,
I feel like look at all the people that have died. Okay, they died. We know that you're gonna die at some point, right? Let me see. Let me see, where is it?
What are you looking for?
Ethnicity and race.
Oh, I bet that's not good.
There it is, Black genocide.
What about it?
Let me see. In the United States, Black genocide conspiracy theory holds the view that African Americans are the victim of genocide instituted by white Americans.
Okay, I gotta be honest.
You're not talking that one.
Let me say that slavery is genocide by default. So that happened in that instance, but I don't know if it's still going on. You have to show me some kind of proof on that.
I didn't do a lot of homework because, like I said, I'm kind of burned out. So I was looking at this for a half a second. So I don't even know. There's Sandy Hook's on here, the 9/11. Benghazi. Well, this one just says Barack Obama.
Well, you know what? I kind of wanted to read it.
Oh, because of Alex Jones. This little... You know who Alex Jones is, right? He's a terrible man. He should be shot. Don't shoot him. I'm just saying, he should stop. I mean, it sounds like he smokes 19 cigars a day. And he just spews lies out on his show. That InfoWars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of wanted to look up Sandy Hook because I forgot what all the details were, but I only heard like 2 things about it that were suspicious. That they were saying something about it. I don't know what they were getting at, but I think I might look into that.
Now, how would you feel if someone said that you shouldn't talk about this because you're hurting the memories of the children that may or may not have died in Sandy Hook and all that stuff?
I didn't say what the conspiracy was on Sandy Hook. I just said I wanted to look into whatever they're saying.
I know, but I mean, I really feel like sometimes...
might be something. I'm not saying that it didn't happen at all. I'm saying, could it have been set up? You know, it's like different things like that going on.
I think the one in Sandy Hook was the parents were actors that they paid, but they were also in some other footage that they may or may not have been in. Looks like, look, it's her, but she dyed her hair and she lost weight. I'm like, then that's not her.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to for sure look at it. Like, I can't even speak on what the details are.
Yeah, I'm skeptical. If you guys want to call in and talk about just what the fuck you're smoking, 719-310-3377.
7777.
719-310-3377. We did label the show, should we talk about conspiracy theories? Yes, and we're gonna talk about a little of them today, but nothing that we looked into great detail.
Well, I'm gonna throw something in there.
Yeah.
Just a random little thing. There's a lady, I just talk about things I find fascinating. There's a lady is, let me see if I can find the heading because I don't want to screw it up. It says, Jenna's vaping addiction always ruined her beach vacations until now. And I have a video of her.
Vaping what?
Just vaping, not cannabis.
Oh, okay.
This woman is carrying a vape to the beach, and now she, it's like a floating apparatus so that she can vape underwater.
Why?
Because
she's addicted?
Right.
That's bullshit.
Look, see the little thing there?
You're not that addicted that you have to go out there and have that. She's not smoking now. When she walked down there, she wasn't smoking.
Yeah. I know, right?
Or is she...
might just be
just a average cunt. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's just too much.
People were saying in the comments, and by the way, I got this from Reddit, they were saying, what if water gets in the apparatus and she's 20 feet down? Because the cord is quite long. I think it's like a 30-foot cord or so. She's 20 feet down and water shoots down that hose and into her lungs. I mean, it's not like you can't just stop breathing if you're hooked up to a scuba tank.
Oh shit, you're gonna start coughing.
You're gonna fill up your lungs with water. The end.
I know, but what are you immediately gonna do if you do that?
Rip the thing off and start choking and try to get. You're gonna panic.
You're not gonna make it.
Yeah, you're gonna panic.
Because as soon as that goes in there, you're when you're not underwater, you go and you try to push it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna do that,
right?
Only to get more water in there.
And I had to look into, like, I don't know anything about scuba diving. I've never been scuba diving. But I looked a little bit into it, and you can't hold your breath because people were saying in the comments, well, she would just hold her breath and surface. But yeah, like, okay, so once air or water shoots in your lungs, you're just gonna hold your breath and surface. No, you're gonna freak the fuck out. So, and they were saying that when you scuba dive and you're hooked up to an air tank, you can't hold your breath. You can't stop breathing. There's no choice. You don't have a choice. Just because of the pressure that's coming through the tank. So, when somebody said, oh, you hold your breath and go, you can't. It's constantly feeding you in a way that it's supposed to.
That's so weird.
Yeah, so you can't stop it. Yeah, that's weird.
So you can't hold your breath if you're scuba diving?
No.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, that's weird. I think it might pop your lungs or something if you do.
I feel like, see, you can't tell me that shit, because you know, like GTA, when they're like, hey, all you gotta do is shoot the guy in the head. Huh? Leave the mission area. You know, you try to... So
Yeah.
you see any way that I can do the opposite of what someone tells me to do.
Yeah, but it's because I think the air is compressed in the tank, so then compressed air expands. And when you go even further down underwater, since it's more pressure, it's like more pressure than the air, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like double the pressure at 10 feet, I think, or something. And
Okay.
it just, you know, compounds as you go.
Mm-hmm.
So with that air expanding in your chest like that, if you try to hold your breath, and so it'll just pop your lungs. And if you try to rise like that while holding your breath also, it
Right.
just causes they said if you fill up a balloon with air at the very bottom or whatever, and if you rise with it, it'll pop eventually if you go too fast.
Okay.
Because the air just, it just expands.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I don't want to go scuba diving.
Nope, I don't either.
Ever.
I'm really good on it
And we-
before I knew that info.
We want to move to Jamaica, right?
I want to snorkel though.
Well, you want to move to Jamaica. I don't know where I stand with it yet. I'm still
You
kind
go
of...
from day to day. You're like, oh yeah, but then the next day, no, it's too scary.
Honestly, this is how I've taken every move with you.
Mm-hmm.
Or everything that you're like, hey, I want to do this, hey, I want to do this. I'm usually wait for you to make up your mind. And then...
Because you see, I flip flop.
Right.
Like,
because you should.
twice
'cause
within
it's
a
really
day.
dangerous.
Yeah, as I read.
Yeah, and I'm really white. And it's a little issue.
There are white Jamaicans though.
Whatever.
And they speak like all the other Jamaicans, and it's really funny to see. I mean, it's not funny. Like, I'm not making fun of
Wow.
them.
Yeah, you talk like all the other
I'm
white
an
people.
ignorant American.
Oh, I'm
This
just
is
playing.
your disclaimer. I haven't been any. Okay, I have been overseas one time. I've been to Canada, have not been to Mexico, and I've been to Israel and Jerusalem, which is Jerusalem is in Israel, of course.
Right.
And then I think we just had a stopover in like or a layover in. I don't remember if it was France or I don't know, one of those over there. I don't really know. And then we hit over to Israel. Yeah, and it's like so different over there. It was insane. It was insane. That's probably where I got the travel bug from. My grandmother took me there
Yeah.
on a religious voyage, but it was a lot of fun. 'Cause we got to see so much history. It was insane.
Yeah. I wish I could have done something like that, minus the religious aspect.
You know, it didn't even matter because all you were really doing was walking around the city and seeing the old buildings and the sites.
Right.
So pretty much a lot of times, like if you go to Greece, you see an old temple, it's religious. I mean, that's just, you know, so.
Sounds fascinating.
We went to the marketplace down there where it's not indoors and it's not outdoor. But it's like, I don't know, it was like an Agrabah scene almost, but it really was. It was crowded, and we went in there, and there was a narrow corridor with, you know, vendors on each side and things like that. There was actually a rug guy in there too.
You had to haggle and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah. And I remember I had a backpack on, and I had on a little, like I don't know, like some little very small brimmed sun hat that went like all the way around. What do you call those?
The visor?
It's like, no, it's like khaki material. But
Sort of like Holmes' hat?
nope.
I don't know.
You can just ball it up and put it in your pocket if you want. Unball it, shake it out, and put it on your head. It's like you get on a boat in them. Like Gilligan's hat, kind of, but khaki material. Yeah, Gilligan's hat, but khaki material. So I
don't know what that's called.
I had one of those on, and I had a video camera.
I don't know what that's called.
I don't either. And I remember I was filming everything, as I do now. And I remember when we came out of the marketplace, the hat was gone from my head.
Someone took it.
Yeah.
Someone.
I didn't. All right, that's gone. Don't know why.
Because they wanted it.
Right, I guess so. And I got to a lady in our group. A camel came by. Somebody was walking a camel by, and she had a glass Coca-Cola and a bottle. And like the bottle, it was written in Arabic. It was cool. And the camel came by, and it took it from her hand. It snatched it with its mouth, and it turned it up and drank the whole thing, and then just dropped it on the ground. Yeah. I got video of it too, if I could ever find those.
I bet they're under the television in our living room.
Yeah, I bet they are.
Yeah.
And we went to the Dead Sea, which was awesome.
Did you go in it?
Oh yeah, you'll find every cut in your body. Well, we visited the Dead Sea and walked around it and drove around it and saw the pillars of salt that come out of it and stuff.
The living humans that turned into the pillar of salt.
Right, supposedly. And then the hotel was at the edge of the sea, like on the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the inside of the hotel, they would pump in Dead Sea water and then pump it out so that you could be like indoors and swim.
Oh, okay.
Like not on a dirt, like, ground and stuff like that.
Like a human
Right.
getting into the Dead Sea.
Right.
No, you can't have that.
You find every cut on your body and you really do float on top of it. It's very
Without even holding your breath.
Yeah, nothing.
Did you go? How deep did you go?
You can't really go deep because you float. So that's
So you don't know how deep you are?
You could go. They had it really deep to where you couldn't touch, but you float. So you can't get like down, really.
Did people like go underwater and like open their eyes?
No. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. Okay, listen. This thing is so salty. You can feel the salt on your, like, the salt is in the air, rising up, like past your eyeballs and past your lips, like warning you that I'm really salty, man. Like I can't.
So don't go in head first.
Right. I can't tell you any other way. Like you can smell it. It's almost burning your eyes.
Did you taste it?
Yeah, because it'll get in your mouth a little bit. It's terrible, and it's terrible.
What did it taste like? Don't say salt.
Beyond salt, just beyond. Like I can't like you don't need to have that in your mouth. Like emergency. It's clearly poison. I feel like you would dehydrate immediately if you even swallowed a little bit of it.
Oh, how many soldiers do you think people forced to drink that shit?
Oh, I don't know.
There had to have been something, right?
I don't know. That is terrible. I wonder if people would dare each other, or if it got to lethal points.
Huh.
Of course, it got to lethal points. We're humans.
Right. I mean, yeah. It's just crazy.
Right.
Did you hear about what Mike Pence did? I'm going to talk a little bit about that when we come back.
Nope.
Mike Pence went to the Colts game. I'll bring that up a little bit later because I'm going to talk a little bit about football. But yeah, thank you. Special shout out to Jake from Purging Empire and Stacy with Forgettables.
Yes, thank you
for
guys.
hooking us up, giving us some awesome tasting treats that you guys, if you want to see those, they'll be on the show tomorrow. So it's not technically the same thing. So if you want to see
the dabs taste good too.
The dabs
seriously,
too.
They're always good. I never have to worry whenever I get them. Like, what is this batch gonna be?
Right. I've never been like, oh no. I have been like that with a lot of places though. Like I think one thing that was tearing my lungs up was we kept talking about the temperature, and we've done a couple episodes where we've talked about temperature.
I can't show you the temperature today, guys. Here, I'll show you what we're working with.
It's a D-nail. That it is.
That's the temp. It's broken so
on hot.
I can't even turn it to any number. It has to stay on the F, on off, or else it like gets like molten lava hot.
Right.
But what, you got something?
Yeah, if you guys want to call in during the show and just let us know what you're doing, 719-310-3377. We're going to take a break here in just a second. We know Zach and them play like background noise, background music.
Oh,
when they talk and stuff.
Never thought about it, yeah.
Never thought. Yeah.
We aren't as professional, like, because he does the radio and stuff.
Right. If you guys want to know who we're talking about, Zach and Nate have a show, the Z&N Brothers, that they do every Saturday from 3 to 5 up here at tokeradio.com. I say up here because we are from the Springs and we take that Mad Match Road all the way up here. I played them last time, and I played them last year.
Play? Hey, I never get to make requests.
Oh, who do you want to hear?
Oh, shit. Now I'm on the spot. Just play your song.
I don't know. How about this?
Cool. I'm good without a song if you want. Pow.
You're good. I'm gonna come back. I don't want to talk a lot on. Hey guys, I'm tired. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. Thinking. I like the sesh idea. I wish we could just record one or not all of our fucking sessions and just piece together shit. And like, this is our sessions during the week.
Well, that's editing, so it's gonna be a trade-off regardless.
Yeah.
It's a lot of editing. That's a lot.
That's a lot of editing.
Yeah, and uploading, and editing, and uploading.
Well, I'm already not even doing it right. This one should be on Sundays, and I haven't been doing that because I don't fucking want to do anything right now.
Well,
Sunday
then
come,
don't.
huh?
Then don't for a second. I mean, you're human. You need a break too. I mean, and if you're feeling discouraged like that, you gotta get your energy back up. I mean, and that's just gonna take time for a second.
I don't know. I'm just so tired. I posted something on Facebook. I was like, earlier, it was like, you ever have fun and hate it at the same time? And that's honestly what it feels like. I hate doing everything that we're doing, but I enjoy it. Like, I would rather be home right now, sitting in my chair, not doing shit.
Sounds like a thing where you feel one way and the other way simultaneously. So I mean,
And I'm really depressed.
that's what I think it is. That, like, I didn't want to just say that, you know.
You guys get to see behind the
That's what I think
scenes.
is going on.
You guys won't even see this for, fuck if I know, 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks. What?
You're ridiculously Debbie Downer. Like.
I do enjoy everybody watching the show. I really do. I don't want anyone to think that I don't. I really
No,
do.
I mean,
It's
like
not that. It's
a
just.
caricature of Debbie Downer.
I know what you mean.
I feel you around. I know how you are. You know what I mean?
Mm.
These are good. And yeah, I'm one of those people that doesn't like to just spit the shell out. Because one time I did that so often that I got like a little callus on the tip of my tongue, like a little bump.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna get that even if you don't do that.
So I don't even use the tip of my tongue at all anymore when I do. Are we close?
Yeah, we are back. That's how I roll. Oh man.
You come in whenever you feel like it.
I do. You don't know what I do. I am.
You're like, fuck this song.
Right. Oh, we are back. Had to take a break. Had to get depressed. That's
So
how my life is going.
naltrexone.
Truxon.
Naltrexone.
What is that?
It stops you from drinking after 1 or 2 drinks.
Oh, does it make you violently ill?
What it does is it's not a narcotic, and you're supposed to take it before you consume any alcohol. And it binds to your mu receptors that sense pleasurable drugs. So like heroin, crack, alcohol. And it blocks the drug molecules from being able to grab onto anything, so they just get filtered out with your blood.
Okay.
So then it doesn't activate that like addiction chemical. So it doesn't even give it the chance to.
Alright.
So that's kind of interesting. The problem with it is it also blocks the pleasure from those same molecules.
Alright.
Let me see, hang on.
So what about having sex? Does it still give you, does that affect it?
So it blocks pleasure from anything that you get pleasure from almost. Like, so music and sex are the main things.
So you don't find music pleasurable?
Right. Even your favorite song, they found in a study.
That's
it's
so
just,
odd.
like, I don't.
Well, we've taken LSD, and I do that weird thing because I like singing. So I feel like if I can hit a note, everything's okay. So I'll like go in there and I'll take a bathroom. And then like the one time we took that LSD and I was in the bathroom, I was like. And I couldn't find the note. And I'm like, oh no, some shit's going on.
You know what? I think I have the same thing, except mine is if you can't say that word right, something's wrong. And so then that's when I was trying to explain to you the thing where that we watched, like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I think, and they couldn't say a word and they were on drugs, and I was like, yeah, I've had that before. That'll make you freak out, like if you're trying to say like fucking, but your brain is like fucking.
Everything around it.
Yeah, just fucking. And you're like, don't say it. I don't want to say it like that. I'm not going to say it like that. If I don't say it like that, then everything's okay. You know?
Right. And then you're like, oh no.
Right. It gets so fucking weird.
Really wrong.
Yeah.
Because when me and you took it, you kept going, oh, Mike, something's wrong. And I was like, no, we're good. We're good. Mike, something's wrong. No, we're good. Mike, something's wrong. No, we're good. And then went through about 20 minutes later, I looked at you and go, April, something's really wrong.
Right? Because we took it 20 minutes apart, and I went first, of course, obviously.
And I was showing you the calm cucumber for just a second, and I was like, oh, no, you were good, oh my God.
And then it kicked in. Yeah, I just totally felt like, I don't know, just something was so wrong.
I feel like it immediately goes, get out of me.
Yeah.
It's like, what? I don't know. Whatever that was.
Can you still hear me? I feel like,
yeah.
Am I good? Okay.
Here, is that better if I turn you up so you can hear better? There you go.
Yeah. Just give me the illusion.
Well, I mean, as long as you can hear yourself, then you're good.
But also, let's see, the positive, is it a positive or a negative, do you think, for the alcohol companies, that drug? As in, will it encourage drinking or will it increase ill health in the population? Because, like, these are the thoughts that I had. Like, if they invent a pill where you don't get any of the ill side effects from drinking, like, I understand they're trying to stop drunk driving accidents and, you know, people just getting out of control just with their behavior in general.
Right.
But won't that maybe encourage people, like, if it's not going to make me addicted, then let me just drink? Or do you think that urge really will be so powerful you just won't want to drink?
Now, I don't know, I have other issues since I was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to give this to you? Are you going to be court ordered to have this?
It is just prescribed by a doctor, and they said it's been around for a really long time, and they can't figure out why more doctors don't prescribe it, because it's not a narcotic, which doesn't mean it might not have its dangers, but they said it really does work. And also, here's another question that should be considered. Should alcohol companies have to add a little bit of that to every drink? Because they always say, think about their signs, add in or drink in use in moderation.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay? So if people aren't responsible, and I think I've said this, I think the last show, people really are not responsible. That's what we said about guns. It's just,
they're not going to do that.
Sure, people should be responsible, but they just aren't responsible. But what if there was a little bit of a thing you could drop in there to make sure people are responsible?
That you're never going to do that. You're never going to make that company, because you're taking their money, because they want them to be addicted.
But what I'm saying is, just like they
don't want them to drink responsibly. They don't want them to kill each other.
I know, right? But
their slogan should be "Don't kill each other."
The government has forced them to put drink responsibly on there,
right?
Or otherwise they wouldn't put it.
So
the tobacco company has forced in some places to put those nasty pictures on the front, and ours has a giant Surgeon General warning. They don't want to do that. That doesn't help their sales. So this wouldn't be any different. This would be looking out for the health of the public. And if you buy it, you choose to buy it. You don't have to buy it.
That's right, but I don't know. It's a lot.
I know, right?
Change a lot of things.
Do you know how many lives that would save?
7.
It's very interesting.
Oh yeah, a lot. Yeah, because even your brother was fucking in a car accident with a drunk driver. Yeah,
hey TJ, and by the way, they found out today that his hip isn't fractured; it's actually broken. So now he's got to stay off of his feet for an entire year. So there you go.
And it's just terrible because, like I said, I've told you this before. At your mom's house, you either have to go up or down steps.
Yeah.
So
their house is a split level, and man, to get to the bedrooms, you go up steps. To get to the kitchen, you have to go down said steps, and then to get to the living room, you have to go down another set of steps. But then to get to the basement from the living room, you have to go down another set of steps.
I bet he would just stay upstairs.
I mean, the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the kitchen would really be and to get out of the house. He has to go down steps.
At some point, you're going to want to get out of the house.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
definitely. If not, just to sit on the porch for a second.
Has he been out of the house? Does he have to go to the doctor and stuff like that, or what?
Yeah, I think that's how they found out it's broken.
It's
Instead
so
of fractured.
long of a drive to be hitting bumps. And
Yeah, and they told him if he doesn't follow those orders, he's gonna have to have a hip replacement.
oh no.
So yeah, so it's serious. Like he needs to not fuck around.
Yeah.
Good luck, TJ. I love you.
Don't fuck
I
around.
hope yeah, don't fuck around.
Well, yeah, we got to go down there and see him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, it's always around Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Halloween. Is hey, we want you to spend money on Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. We don't. Do we do Thanksgiving? Did we do? Have we
No.
ever done? Yeah, we don't do Thanksgiving.
Mm-mm.
We used to.
Yeah, we've done that a
So
couple
glad I
times.
don't want to do that anymore.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I mean, I like visiting family and stuff like that, but all the rest of the nonsense is nonsense. So you were talking about, is it court ordered? So they do
Right.
actually have a drug that is court ordered, and it's called antabuse. And it causes an immediate horrible hangover effect. So there's that, and it's called antabuse.
And they would order you to take it.
By a judge. Yeah. And then they're
How
saying...
do they order you to take it? Are you
the
in
same
jail?
way they order you to take like classes, anger management.
Oh, so they give you the pills and they expect for you to take them.
I guess so, and they'll probably check your bloodstream for it.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything like that because when I was drinking, if I would have done that, I would have probably went through withdrawals.
Then you might be in jail. That's how they work that out.
You know,
You're gonna go
I
through
went
withdrawals
through-
in jail.
I know, that's what I was about to say. I've been to a couple of rehabs, 2, trying to quit drinking. 1 twice, but then another one once.
And 2 jails.
And 2 jails. I would much rather be in a rehab place than a jail. Because, I mean, even though the people who are giving you pills aren't doctors and shit, they're not even RNs at the time. They're just watching crazy people or watching alcoholics.
Yeah.
Uh,
Watching crazy people requires no qualification.
right, but it was in a hospital, so they
Yeah.
could have effectively, they could have taken care of us if we needed something.
They're good qualified.
Right. It's kind of. But somehow, see, you say they're qualified, but when I went in there, they go, I tested positive for marijuana and cocaine.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, opioids, I
Opiates.
guess. Yeah, some kind of opioid. Man, I can't say that right
Opiate,
now.
yeah.
From a
'Cause I
prescription
was
you
on.
had taken, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Which they should have known that. I
They go,
mean,
this is how it
I
went.
don't know
I
which
checked.
hospital we
I
went
checked
to.
myself in. And they go, "Is there any reason that you tested positive for so and so and so and so?" And I'm like, "Motherfucker, no one told me I had to come here." And then it doesn't, because immediately I walked in. They go, "We need your clothes and put them in the dryer."
We need your clothes.
Yeah, and then they gave me this.
I'm gonna walk in somewhere and they immediately say, "We need your clothes."
We need all of your clothes. We had to put them in the dryer. They had to put them in the dryer, so make sure I didn't have lice
and
or bed bugs. Yeah. Yes, that's always reassuring when the place you're going into wants to see if you have lice or bed bugs.
It kind of is, because that means they don't have it or want it.
Every hotel should be like, "We need all of your clothes."
We need
What is the name? Mike? I got you here, sir. Your Visa card, got you. Now I need all of your clothes in your suitcases, please.
Just throw your
Why?
suitcase in there.
Oh, we'll give you these scrubs. And then they did. They give you scrubs. So all
I have
you're sitting.
candy bars in my suitcase.
Why do you have candy bars? So many candy bars in here. They all melted in the suitcase.
They also said cannabis is another thing that will help you stop drinking.
Of course it will.
It's proven to decrease it's proven to decrease opioid addiction. And the U.S. Attorney General claims that weed amplifies addiction. But science and doctors that it decreases opioid addiction. So that
Take
means
that.
the U.S. Attorney General doesn't have any kind of education in the matter, but he's stating things on the matter. And making laws on the matter.
Right.
Excellent.
Well, that's how it
Great.
always goes.
Great. Also, number 3, our friend Chris said something about kratom. Kratom.
Who's our friend Chris?
Chris Furnish, who has her own.
Oh,
show.
yeah.
Yeah, she jumps on and does sessions.
She
She's got
does,
her own
yeah,
show.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys check her out if you haven't. Kratom. Although legitimacy is still murky on kratom, guys. If it does fight opioid addiction by attaching to your opioid receptors in your brain, so it just kind of blocks it, so you don't get
Alright.
it. Yeah. And then I think it helps people think that they don't need that, like, whatever drug is. So maybe it makes you happy. Maybe it coats it.
But when you're addicted, I mean, I'm telling you, alcohol is that beast.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
way addictive,
people
guys.
die. I mean, you remember how scary that was, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one. It's called Ibogaine. I think it's pronounced Ibogaine or Ibogaine. It's the users of it say it's an absolute torture to use. And it's permanent. It's a permanent fix for all addictions. I stress all.
Is it shock therapy?
It's illegal in the U.S., which doesn't mean anything because so is cannabis. But it gets rid of addictions like porn, money addictions, video games, heroin. The list goes on. Like any addiction you have, it's gonna fix it. I don't know what that means.
Oh my god!
But
what is it? It's just a pill.
I think it's a plant of some kind.
So do you have to? I mean, I'm scared if you take it one time, is it all gone? Or you never, or is it something that you have to keep taking?
Let you grab this for a second.
Yeah, yeah. I did want to talk about Mike Pence.
Hello?
And hold on.
Doing what? Where?
We have a phone call from our son coming in. That's what's going on. She had to get on the phone.
What?
But we are having yoga at our house this Tuesday from 10 to noonish. And what we're going to do is we're going to have free yoga. A lot of people are charging for yoga and stuff like that. Even just to smoke weed, we're not charging anything. If you don't even have a mat, we don't care. We have carpet. It's not great by any means. It's not like a yoga mat. And you don't know that you need a yoga mat, apparently, from what I hear from my wife. Is you don't need a yoga mat until to do yoga. Because I guess you start slipping and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're interested, it is this Tuesday in Colorado Springs. So if you guys are in the Colorado Springs area and you just want to smoke some weed and do some yoga, because that would be the best way. While she's still on the phone, we do have a phone number here if you want to talk to us. It's 719-310-3377. 719-310-3377. We named the show, I don't know if you guys were here when we started talking about it, we named the show, Should We Talk About Conspiracies? We summed it up real quick by saying yes, because we'll get into some of that a little bit later, but
okay, all right. I'll call you guys back in a second.
Information. I'm not saying that we should relive people's agony or lives or stuff like that, but if there are holes in stories, of course, our curious minds of being humans want to figure that stuff out. That's kind of the problem solving that we deal with. That's us being animals. You problem solve it in a way. So
my son couldn't have ended that phone call any more cryptically and fucking weird than he did.
How'd it go?
Like, he ended the call like he was being kidnapped. But I mean, he was okay. But it's all this crackling on the phone, and then I'm like, okay, so is everything okay? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, why are you saying that like that? Are you okay? Yeah. And I'm like, okay, are you sure? Because you sound all freaked out. And he just laughed. And then I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to call you back in a little bit if you're okay. Okay, click. But it was all, like, muffled and all fucked up a little bit.
Are we gonna have to call our daughter and say, hey, what the fuck is going on here?
I think some people selling religion were at the door. So
God damn it. I thought I
got to stop.
I don't know
You're
if you guys
scaring
are
our
aware.
children, you motherfuckers.
We had I was sitting playing my game the other morning. I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm gonna tell you guys. I was sitting there playing my game, and I heard a knock on the door, and I go, I don't give a fuck about that shit. And then I didn't even have a shirt on. And no, I go, oh God, I was like, God damn, I gotta get up, because I don't want it to be some little kid who is going to keep knocking on the door until one of our kids wants to go outside and play or something. So I open up the door, and I look in, and it was two dudes in a suit that had to be 60 plus. And I go, no. And I just closed the door. And then I went to sit back down, but I yanked that door back open. I go, I don't care if you had to put me on a list. Do not come back here. I bet they fucking went back. They prayed for me and came back.
Right.
They're like, we prayed about it. God told us to go back.
Hard.
And so we should go back. Don't come back.
Right.
Speaking of that, we do have sponsors here on Talk Radio. You want to tell those sponsors out, or do you want me to talk to them?
No, I'll give them out.
Go for it.
We got Studio 420, where we are right now at 3995 South Broadway in Englewood, Colorado. Check them out. They've got a smoke shop up front, or a pipe store up front, and then if you're a private member, you can come and smoke in the back. The Clinic, Grass Trays, TH Custom Promos, Simply Pure, King of Quality, 710 Pipes, Kind Meds, and Guy's Garden.
Yeah. The VIP package too. They have a $20 VIP package where if you guys are interested, you guys can come upstairs. I think there's a television up there, some couches, and us. If you want to actually hang out and smoke out with us, you can come up here if you buy that pass. Or if you want to be a guest. If you want to be a guest on the show, let me know. Send me a message at Mike Caldwell. I'm on Facebook, April Caldwell. Highest Heights. We do 2 shows. We do this show, and we do Coffee and Weed every Thursday on Facebook Live, which is tomorrow. So if you want to see what we look like, I'm talking to the people who are listening to Talk Radio, not the people who are on Facebook right now, because we have a repeat of our show every Sunday on Facebook Live. So what we do is we record all the shows, and then we air them on Facebook Live, because we don't want to take away from Talk Radio. Talk Radio, we don't want to do it at the same time, because we would rather you listen to Talk Radio.
Yeah,
That
listen
would
to
be
it
like
live,
us.
guys.
That's us competing with ourselves. That's like if we go, hey, we want to be on 3 channels, but well, that's not the same thing at all, is it? That's a terrible example.
So, hey, what do you think about the cop who arrested a nurse for not drawing blood?
I am appalled that the cop did that.
He all manhandled her and
He
everything.
did. That was pretty. It's like, no, they said that you have to do this, and she's like, no. Technically, by
Right.
law, she was not allowed to do it.
So he's been fired.
Good.
Yeah, he got fired.
Good.
Yeah. So
Because he's like, this is a direct order and shit. Who the fuck do you think you are?
And the thing is, the person that he wanted her to draw blood from was unconscious.
That's right. Yeah, so they couldn't give a consent. Yeah.
Right. That's like saying I do this gynecological exam on this unconscious woman.
Or man.
Right.
No, I said
Check
so.
this man's prostate.
This is a direct order. Put her in cuffs. That's like you doing any other job in any other place. We need her blood.
Right.
The fuck you do?
Right. If I say no right now, it's not gonna happen.
That's so odd. Yeah, she shouldn't have. That was what she did.
So silly.
That was Denver, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
No, that wasn't Denver. I don't think that was Denver. That was somewhere else. The Denver wasn't that the 2 women who were ogling the guy?
Yeah,
That was Denver.
That was Denver.
How did they describe it? It was
ogling.
ogling. They ogling. her.
Ogle the dead body's penis a lot.
We talked about it. How do you ogle again? Did we
You
look that up?
You look at it like longer than you should, and with you're
Right.
ogling. You're
But that's
fucking
so-
looking at it,
It's so weird.
enjoying it. You've ogled many a thing, I'm sure.
I really feel like if someone pulled out their penis, if I was a doctor, I would really try not to make any noise. Because what if you're just, take it out, sir.
I would love to be a penis doctor.
Mm.
That would be awesome because you don't have a choice. Like, unless you're like, you know what, I don't want her as my doctor. I mean, but chances are that guy's not gonna come in there and then be like, I don't want you as my doctor.
Right?
He's gonna, it's gonna happen if that's what you're there for.
I really feel like if they knew that you were the doctor, you would have a lot of big penises. I feel like you would
control that.
you would see no little penises because
Would they all get them ready?
Well, no, I'm saying like if you saw a picture of who your doctor is going to be before you went in, you would only get big penises. You would never get small penises because no guy with a small penis is going to be like, oh yeah, I want her.
I want the girl, right?
I want the good looking one. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. The one that's still in her, good rate. Because usually when you have penis doctors or whatever,
you want an elderly
not
person.
That I have a penis doctor.
Thousands.
Right.
Oh, you have a personal penis doctor now.
When I had a vasectomy when I went in, the guy who did it had to be 80. And then the nurse that shaved my hoo-hoo area had to have been like 60. So I don't know what kind of weird old people they have hiring at the VA.
They knew what they were doing.
They look like the fucking candy stripers in the front. But you know how like old people will volunteer at the VA?
Would you have wanted an intern? A female intern doing
Well,
your...
Do you know, okay, when I had my vasectomy, it was at like an 80-something-year-old doctor showing a student how to do it.
Fantastic.
So
you had an audience.
Yeah. Yeah. And lady, I got there and the lady's like, "Oh, did you shave?" I'm like, "Shave?" They're like, "Yeah." I go, "You got to shave everything." And I was like, "I can do it." She's like, "Nope, you're here now." And she fucking, and then she fucking put fucking cream down there and shit and shaved it. Yeah.
Oh, did I say cream?
She
That sounded really gross when you said that for some reason.
She put cream down there.
Yeah.
She put cream down there and she shaved my balls. I can honestly say I've had someone, another woman.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, and you've never shaved my balls, but I have.
When would that ever come up?
Have you ever had a woman or a man shave your area? You might have when you had no.
I don't think so.
I beat you. I have had a doctor.
I don't think that's a winning goal or anything.
Oh, it was winning. If I had to get the vasectomy, I'm winning somewhere, goddammit.
Sure.
Because you're the one that made me get that shit. And then you made me get it reversed.
Yeah, right.
You were in the office when he was like, "Oh," and then I had it reversed, and then I had it reversed again.
Yeah.
It's like, you know how much a double vasectomy? How stressful that is. Yeah.
Let's see. So, did you hear that the Boy Scouts is now letting in girls?
I did.
What do you think about that?
I didn't read the story or look at it or hear about it. I just saw the ticker.
How the hell? Oh, okay.
I just saw a ticker at the bottom saying that they were going to allow them to do some of their events.
Yeah,
And I
but
was like,
they can be part of it, but they can be a Boy Scout. But how are you going to let me be a Boy Scout, but I can only go to part of your events?
Well,
because boys can be Girl Scouts.
Boys can be Girl Scouts, but girls couldn't be Boy Scouts.
Yeah, because someone asked, can boys become brownies or Girl Scouts? Yeah. And then somebody asked, should they just merge organizations now?
Well,
Scouts? American,
yeah, of course
just
they
American Scouts?
Well, what happened, I'm not going to lie. When I was a kid, I was in the Boy Scouts. I was in Boy Scouts and Boys Club.
I was in Girl Scouts, too.
Boys Club in Alabama, especially in Dothan, Alabama, where that little town that I'm from, was you went to the Boys Club. And there was a Boys Club and a Girls Club. And the Boys Club, it was nice. And the Girls Club was a building. It was just a little building. They didn't have anything. It was like a house. They had like a front yard area. It was a business, but like they had a front yard area and a backyard area. We had like fucking baseball mounds and fucking a whole game room. We had an indoor gym.
Yeah, see, that's so weird. I mean, like, it's just blatant.
Well, and we were watching that show about the 60s and stuff, and James Franco, where the assassination of
11/22/63.
Yeah, 11/22/63. Yeah, and they're talking about, you see how they treated women differently back then compared to how, not just women, black women, white women, they were all treated differently. They were still not a step down. And you got to think your grandparents lived through all this. Right?
Yeah.
So, my grandmother's still alive, and
my grandfather's still alive.
She was born in, I think, 1934, 35, somewhere around that area. And so she lived, in her, what would that be, in her 20s or so, around that time. Is that right?
This is around the 60s?
Yeah. So, I mean, she saw all of that. Not only saw it, she had to live it, and then, have. So I'm sure my pawpaw, I'm not trying to call him a bad person. This is not me calling him a bad person by any means. I'm sure he treated her differently.
Keep in mind,
considering
they're
the
in
times.
Alabama too. If
Yes.
You guys don't know the story. And
Right.
that an area does make a difference.
It does.
I'm not just trying to bash Alabama. It just does.
And you see specific things. I mean, I couldn't even name it today, but just how her name is Mrs. John T. Caldwell or something like that. She took the whole name kind of. I don't really. Yeah.
And so, look at that, and I'll just call that what it is. Like, you don't even get to retain your identity.
Right. Yeah.
That's interesting.
And property.
Like what you said.
Well, I mean,
with the
ownership.
Right, and like what you said with the Boys and the Girls Club, it's just subconsciously that's just teaching girls that you're not worth us putting that much money into because you're not really going to do or be anything. You're just not worth it. So
yeah. It's terrible.
Right, and that plays on your subconscious.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so, subconscious rules behavior. So, it's a lot of things.
I honestly want to say that the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts might be obsolete in 20 years. I
don't know. I don't think so because I think there's always that novelty and there's always that need For survival, I think.
I haven't looked it up. I'm about to turn around and look
And
it up.
camaraderie.
Right. I understand what they need. I'm just saying, I really feel like, I'm going to look here in a second, I feel like their numbers have dropped.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what their numbers are.
Because a lot of things have already plagued the Boy Scouts. The transgender, where they kicked out anyone who had been transgender at the time.
And that was all the Boy
instructors and
Scouts, right?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Well, only Boy Scouts.
And
at
you,
the time.
yeah, and you can't be homosexual.
Right, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's very specific. And then when you get the Boy Scout manual, I wish we have mine at home. We should bring it out and take a look
You
at
have
it.
Shane's.
Oh yeah, I have mine too. I think.
I don't know if it made it. Let me take that.
It's in a box.
Shane's might not.
We have it.
Okay.
Yeah, we still got some books in the box. I think mine's in there too. My old Cub Scout one. It really feels like, I don't know if I feel like if people are going to get upset, it feels like communist gear because like you start reading it, it tells you how
kind of weird.
How to salute the flag, how to do this, how to fold it. I mean, which is great. Everybody should know that.
It feels like you're reading a North Korea hand guide or some kind of
really, yeah.
pre World War II Japanese
take your knife.
patriotism hand guide. You know.
Take your knife. Everybody has their knife. It's the same color. It's the Swiss Army knife. What is that? That is not a Swiss Army knife. It's all uniformity.
Yeah.
And then you hold up your 3 fingers or 2 fingers, depending on
2.
Cubs. Well, Cubs is 2, boys is 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Girl Scouts is 3 fingers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It was there was 2.
I was a Daisy, Brownie, and a Girl Scout.
Throwing up gang signs in the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, right.
Scouts.
And then I remember Boy Scouts. Was this, wasn't it?
I have to look it up again. I think this is Cub, and I think this is Boy Scouts.
Okay, well, this was Brownie. And Girl Scouts.
Yeah, I can't bend my finger back like that.
No, you do it with your. Well, you put your thumb.
No, I can't do that.
What do you mean? Your thumb won't go over there?
There.
What? Oh my God.
There it goes. I mean, I can do that.
So can you do this?
Are you doing hell? No.
Just without moving your other ones? Look. Pow.
You look. Pow.
I just found out that you can't articulate your fingers backwards like Mike can't. Like all of mine push down with whatever I grab. And that's not a common thing, I guess. And my thumb does it too. Goes both ways. My fingers go both ways. This one also goes both ways. A little, just like this other joint does slightly. Look at that one. I haven't done that in forever.
Yeah. You've been in that lightsaber.
Yeah, that's.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if.
This too. A lot of people can't go backwards with their fingers. Can you do this joint? Yeah.
Which one?
This one.
All the way back.
It doesn't at all. Look at that.
Oh, it popped.
Yeah. I just thought that was a normal human feature.
I'm trying to figure out the decline.
The what?
If it declined.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, why are you talking about that? Do you remember any of your ceremonies for Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts for whatever Cubs and stuff? Because I remember Daisy's, you had to like make a scrapbook, and then in order to, you have to do other shit.
Right.
It's and then when you cross over from a Daisy to a Brownie, you get to walk over a special bridge. Like there's a bridge that you cross.
That sounds gay as shit.
It's a big ass. Yeah, as a kid, you love it. You
Yeah.
think it's super cool because it was a big ass wooden bridge.
Right. But could you imagine if they had? They still do. They still do little things like this for adults.
Ceremonial.
Yeah, it's like
it's all right here, but it doesn't work. It's
Yeah.
like some shit. As soon as you find out an object is ceremonial, it's like inside of your mind, instead of it occupying the regular object space, it suddenly gets shifted over to the sacred object space or the special object space.
Okay.
Just if somebody tells you that, just verbally it happening, or if you physically see something on display, it automatically puts an object in a separate category from all other objects. That's really weird.
Yeah.
Why is that so easy for us to do? I could be like, this is the special sunflower seed. You know what I mean? And yeah.
I got the Chicago Tribune.
All right.
Don't play with me. This was January 16, 2015. Now, this is 2 years ago. And some. The Boy Scouts of America youth membership fell 7.4% last year.
But what does that mean? What are those
I know.
numbers?
I'm going to write down 7 point. break this down. 7.4%, 7.
That's good enough, I guess.
And then, well, I want to know.
It fell from 100% of whatever it was down 7% from that, I guess.
But if there's like 20 million people, 7% of that's some numbers.
I would really be curious to see what it's fallen from, like say its start.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I want to see intervals. I want to see it's a year after its start, and then I want to see in the 60s, and then I want to see in the 80s, and then I want to see now, you know.
Yeah. It says the Boy Scouts of America's youth membership fell to 7.4% last year, continuing a decade-long decline for one of the nation's oldest youth organizations.
Okay.
More than 2.4 million youth participated in its programs in 2014, along with just a fewer than 1 million adults. That's a lot of fucking adults, guys. Spokesman Dan. Enrollment fell 6% the year before.
Oh,
So
wow.
the year before it was 6%. Now it's down to 7.4%.
So it's dropped 14%, or it's dropped 13% at least over 2 years.
Yeah, from 6% to 7.4%.
Oh, I see. So it's
So
just rose
1.4%.
1%.
1.4%. And the previous years declined slightly or has seen little to no change over the last decade. Let's see. Last year it was also the first full year the Texas Space Organization was open to openly gay youth. So this was 2013. But the organization still excludes openly gay adult volunteers. So you can be a youth in the thing.
And be gay. Wait. But
You
what
can
if
be
you attain Eagle Scout and then you turn into an adult?
and
They're
you
gonna
want to
force
volunteer?
you out.
Yep, you're out.
Holy shit!
Right.
Why were you good enough before you turned 18? Why were you good enough then, and now suddenly you're perverse or whatever the case is?
I honestly am kind of tired of everybody wanting to put sexual orientation in everything that we do. I don't want to call Pizza Hut and then be like, hey, I would like a large pepperoni pizza. Are you a male or a female? Well, that's not really associated. You know, we had this discussion earlier, and think, how far are they going to take it, though?
Yeah.
Because if they do cross that line, and they do push it to where they're not going to ask for, sexual orientation, they're going to be like, one guy is going to hear an APB go out for him saying, oh, this black male was running and blah, blah, blah. It's like, hey, I never said I was a male or black.
Right. You don't even know that anymore.
Yeah, you're going to pull race out of it. You're going to pull ethnicity out of it.
You know, they have something terrible, speaking of that. I got to write this down so I don't forget it. Hang on. You said, what was the thing that you were talking about just before that? That
The Boy
there's going to be
Scouts?
no gender.
I don't know.
Or whatever. Yeah, you said they're just going to do away with gender. And what
Get
do we
around
say?
with gender and race and ethnicity.
Yeah, and what did we say about that earlier? We were like, oh yeah, you know what countries that use gender before an object? they're
Gender before an
fucked.
object. Yeah.
They're fucked.
Yeah.
Like in French, if you want salad,
then
it's une salade.
yeah, you have to.
So that's female. Un
Right.
is female and is male.
I never liked that.
So things are male. I hate that.
I
It's
don't
the
understand it.
dumbest shit I've ever seen. Because what if you come across an object you've never seen, rightfully so, which you're going to in your human existence?
Right.
How are you going to know which thing to call it? And there's no neutral thing like we have before our object. Like the.
Right.
Is
Just the.
perfectly gender neutral, as it should be because it's an object. So I'm wondering how far is it going to go with them?
Mhm.
Because pretty soon I would question things like, why the hell is a salad female?
Right.
Should guys not eat salads? I mean,
That's true.
that's very strange. Is mustard? I think that's
they're,
male.
They're not going to get rid of it, though. They're just going to say that that's the language. But I mean, I know what you're saying. I really feel like, oh, well, that's just, why do we do that, Mama and Papa?
Right. But it's
Shut up, bitch!
Right. Why is this thing male? Why is this thing female? And then also when they come up with new products.
I'm sorry, oh, bitch. Or whatever the male version of bitch is.
Whenever there's a new product, too, is it male or female? What's...
Oh, so even when they invent stuff. Well,
It's a lot. There's a lot there when it could just be neutral.
What do you call those? Pronouns?
I don't know what they call that because it's before...
We don't go by their standards.
I mean, it's because it's before an object, so, I mean...
I really think the not knowing fucking distance through the metric system has like thrown me off.
And it's really silly because the metrics goes by tens, and that would be really easy to
I
remember.
know, right? It really throws me off.
It would be a big deal.
500 meters. Anytime I hear
12 inches.
When someone says 500 meters on anything,
Yeah.
I go, I don't know how the fuck long that is. I don't know what a fucking meter is.
I used to.
I mean, I know people are like, oh, you don't know how to fucking. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Alabama school system.
I used to read a bunch of Star Wars books, and they use the metric system. So I kind of got a good feel.
Even
they would be like,
they use it in Star Wars.
The ship is 200 meters away, right? And so you kind of start getting a good gauge.
Aliens use the metric system.
Aliens even use. Oh yeah, but what you were saying about, are we even going to be able to call it race? You're not even going to know somebody's race. You know they've got something called cake soap in Jamaica.
Uh-oh.
And it's I don't know how popular it is, but I imagine it was probably popular. Like, probably in the 70s when skin bleaching was also popular. And cake soap is pretty much skin bleaching. And I feel like, how do you feel about that? It's so startling when you see the results. It's kind of like, you almost feel sorry for that person. Like,
how do I feel about it?
Yeah, because you're so uncomfortable in your own skin that you're bleaching the shit out of your skin.
Well, I mean, Michael Jackson did it.
That absolutely doesn't mean it's okay. As a matter of fact, that's almost an argument for the opposite.
If we're going by Michael Jackson standards, he did it.
You shouldn't be doing anything Michael Jackson did.
That's true.
Unless you're talking about his hard work ethic.
You shouldn't own a monkey.
Right. You shouldn't
own
sleep
Neverland.
in beds with little boys.
Yeah, that was going to be
You should pay your taxes. It's a lot of shit.
You shouldn't sleep again in bed. And then you say it like, oh, what, is that wrong?
Yeah.
I'm the crazy one here?
I always sleep in the bed with little boys.
It's like, but you didn't have children at the time.
Like saying but I always murder people.
Oh, I thought that was something different. I want to see a couple of things they do up here at Studio 420. They do the bong racing that I've been trying to come up here and see, but it's it's an hour out of Mad Max Road.
Right.
What else did you have? You have a couple of things over there. My goodness.
I got some stuff for you.
Awesome.
I got a quiz here for you.
Alright.
Quiz for you.
I like quizzes now.
Alright, so...
Where did this come from, the Rooster magazine?
Yeah.
These
are silly.
We need to look up the Rooster magazine and see if they want to have someone on our show. Because their writings and publications in the Rooster magazine have been funny from what I've read.
Yeah, I think it's funny.
Entertaining and stuff.
So, the average chocolate bar has 8 blank in it. Calories, teeth, insect legs, diabetes.
Diabetes. I'm guessing it's going to be insect legs.
It is. All right. Slugs have 4 blank.
Vaginas.
It says bitches.
Does it?
Stomachs.
See the rooster.
Noses. Eyes.
How many?
4.
4. They have 4 noses, eyes,
or
stomachs. Or diabetes.
This is Randy Newman. This is why I'm not reading that.
I don't think it's stomachs because I think that's like cows and whatnot. But I would say noses.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right, so you're on a roll now. All right. So, in 1880s England, blank was considered a dirty word. Cab swaggle, pants, variety, caillou.
Oh no. So, 1880s, you said?
Yeah, England. Remember, they're extra uptight.
Pants, what else are there?
Pants, variety, caillou, cab swaggle.
I say cab swaggle.
Pants. Can't talk about somebody's pants, Mike.
Why?
Because it's dirty, it's sex.
Is it?
Pants don't mean sex, but it's like talking about underwear. You can't talk about that.
Can't do that.
Okay, true or false? Humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas.
Oh, no. There was something. I was reading something or listen. I don't read. I was watching YouTube or listening to YouTube in the background, and they were talking about something about what we share our DNA with, and it threw me off because one of them was a plant, and I can't remember what the plant was.
Okay, and it was like a big percentage, right?
I think so. So I'm gonna say true.
It says 40%. What is it? humans share 50%, half of our DNA with bananas. It's true.
Yeah, I knew it was. Yeah, and when
50%, you guys.
It's funny that you asked that question. I just heard something about that. 50%. We share 50% of our DNA.
Is it 50% cannibalism when we eat a banana?
Is that a question, or did you?
Nope.
That's an awesome question. Oh man, is it?
All right.
Okay, what is cannibalism? Just eating your own kind?
Eating your own kind.
Is that? I mean, I'm sure there's more involved.
I only eat blacks.
Is that cannibalism or is that blackism? Black. I'm not racist. I eat both races. Hold on. I'm gonna look up what is cannibalism.
It's eating your own kind.
It's eating your own kind.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So.
Your own species. I mean, not kind. Your own species.
Oh,
because there's no such fucking thing as kind. All right. Anyway.
I don't know if you guys know.
In animals. We don't even have to talk about it. It's just there's no such thing as kind in animals.
Well, we're looking at what cannibal.
So, all right, the most common blood type in humans is what? Type 3, type O, type A, type AB.
Type O, type A, type B, type AB. Okay. You know what? I actually should know this because I did healthcare. So, let me see. But I never had to donate blood. O negative.
It's O. Yeah, that is the most common type. Yeah. I didn't know that. Okay, so true or false?
I don't know if it's negative. It's O.
It's just O.
It's just O. Oh.
True or false? Bats always turn left when exiting a cave.
True.
Yeah. Why? Is it their wing structure? Is it something?
I think it has to do with the way the Earth communicates, and because it has sound waves too.
But the sound waves aren't always left. That would be like saying north is always left.
I don't know. Listen, you explain to me.
North is left 1 out of 4 times.
You explain to me how a bat flies.
Very erratically, almost like a fleshy butterfly.
And we were out watching a butterfly the other day, and then I asked you the question. I go, do butterflies always go where they intend to?
They never go where they intend to. I feel like.
One day I saw a butterfly just. Like, he had to be 100 meters, 1,000 quadruple meters, because I don't know what the fuck a meter is. He had to be so high up in the air, just...
At least a kilometer, huh? No.
He had to have flown 19 miles out of his way, right? And it wasn't even a windy day. It was just one of those, like, one gust here and there. It wasn't like an extremely windy day. But... there's no way that he ended up where he needed to end up.
Right.
Could you imagine if humans travel like that? Like, oh, I'm going to go to San Francisco and then overshoot by like 1 billion kilometers? Or whatever more meter system.
Right, and have to keep backtracking.
Right.
I'm glad we didn't model our airplanes after butterflies.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad. I bet someone's like, hey, let's do this.
I would throw up.
Oh, let's not do that. Let's not do that. That was terrible.
So
terrible
ridiculous. Alright, so, alright. 40% of people do this when they go to someone's house.
Look in their medicine cabinet.
Yep. Alright. The electric chair was invented by a... You can do it again?
I might know this. Hold on.
Alright.
Electric chair was invented... Thomas Edison.
It was invented by a dentist.
Thomas Dentist.
Aaron Burr. Anybody remember that commercial? They were like, who shot Alexander? Okay, wait, first it starts with a clock. Like you can hear the clock ticking. And then you hear a lady go, who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel? And the guy's thinking, he's thinking. And then he eats a part of a candy bar. And then, of course, the candy bar gives him energy. But then the time ran out, and he's like, Aaron Burr, because his mouth is all full with the candy bar.
Okay.
And then he's like, Aaron Burr!
And he didn't get it.
And it's like, tick, 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 right. And then at the end afterwards, he's like, Aaron Burr. Yeah. Why the hell do I remember that so clearly?
And that's so funny, because that brings it back around to Hamilton.
That was more than 10 years ago.
Oh, my goodness.
That commercial is more than a decade old. I'm 100%.
I love Hamilton. I really want to see that.
Kid.
I really want to see that, but I would have loved to see the original cast. I just couldn't spend $3,000 for a ticket.
$3,000?
Front row, bitch. Going front row. You can go see Hamilton's original cast. You might as well go out. Give a loan.
Take out a loan?
Take out a payday loan.
Right, yeah.
I keep
go get a title loan too.
Guys, I gotta tell you, Hamilton was a hell of a show, though. Can I extend this bitch?
Right. You're going to be paying for that thing forever. All right. The sport of curling.
You just put $100 here and there.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah.
The sport of curling originated in
Canada.
That's one of the options.
No, it's no.
I'll give you another.
Africa.
Scotland.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I would have got it wrong, though, because I didn't know that.
You're a dirty liar.
I was pretty good. I got some of those without even look. I am a smart man.
You are.
And very, very humble.
I also want to read your horoscope at some point.
Do you have it?
Because horoscopes are terribly inaccurate. So I just think this one might be kind of funny.
And I want to talk about horoscopes and how they're not accurate, but accurate at the same time.
Yeah, because I'm going to read mine too, and then I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, I'll say if something matches and if something doesn't.
I tell you if something matches,
Yeah.
but I mean, when you match and you say, "Oh, you're a relatively nice guy,"
right.
I don't know what that means.
Everybody thinks they're a nice guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then just something I thought was kind of interesting. There's something they call, or somebody invented donut burgers. So you take it.
Is that real?
You take it. Is it two? It's 2 glazed donuts, I think.
Want it. I want it.
No, you don't.
I want it.
It's 1,500 calories.
I want it even more. That doesn't make me not want it. When someone shows me the calories, I'm like, oh, okay.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Did you look at the calories?
It's called a Luther burger.
What, after Martin Luther?
Sure, we'll say that.
Which one?
Sure.
That was a horse of another color.
It just says Luther burger.
Luther burger. Oh, if you guys know anything, were you reading my horoscope now, or are you going to wait a second?
No, I'll keep going. Say what you were going to say.
I want to talk about the Chiefs in Alabama. Guess what they have in common?
Oh, God.
Guess what they have in common?
They're
Don't say
undefeated.
They're both football.
They're both undefeated, fighting.
They're both fighting for their lives.
They're both undefeated, 5-0.
Yeah.
Because I heard you say that one day. I'm just regurgitating what I heard. Whatever.
Alabama and fucking the Chiefs are both still undefeated. Alabama's well expected to be either undefeated or somewhere near the top right now, just because of the fucking power they have. But the power.
They have the power.
But the Chiefs, man, the Chiefs have been tearing it up. You know where they haven't been tearing it up? Fucking Madden 18. God damn it. I'm so mad. If anyone is listening, I want people to fucking tell me if this happens to you. I fucking want you to tell me.
You gotta stop playing that game.
I want to know if the fucking computer lets them come back like crazy. Oh my god, you could be winning. They don't even. Oh my god, it's so angry. I'm so angry.
The game is shit.
It is.
I don't know why you keep playing it.
Because a lot of I can be honest. A lot of games make you want to read shit.
What?
Or do a billion things. Like, I'm playing the shooter game, though.
You just have to learn how to play it. Like, that's how they've always been. I remember that with Nintendo 64. You just have to sit there.
Learning is hard.
And go through the tutorial for a second.
Yeah,
the tutorial.
Yeah, but it's not just that. It's not just one thing they give you anymore. Mario used to be a 2-button system, pretty much. You can jump or you can die. That's it. You just jump or die.
You can run fast.
Can you run fast in the first one?
Yeah, you hold it down. You hold A or B down. I don't remember which one. I think it was B and forward.
But that's really just the gist.
And then jump.
It's all timing at that point, right?
Yeah.
Now they got fucking. You have to hit X at a certain time. You can't just throw the ball and shit anymore.
Fucking.
You just break yourself.
Yeah, this cherry popped off and it hit my knuckle.
Oh shit. But now it's like I'm playing the Windlands.
Wildlands.
The Wildlands.
There are no Windlands.
The Tom Clancy Wildlands.
The Tom.
The Tom Clancy's Wildlands. If you got that game from Netflix or whatever the fuck you got, and you don't
from
get
Netflix.
From Netflix, I am the countryest. But you have so many. It's just too many buttons now.
You know what? Yeah, that happened when PlayStation came out. I remember.
Done with PlayStation.
Suddenly it was like
on a computer.
What? Yeah.
I should give my PlayStation to our daughter.
Yeah, just give it to her.
I should just give it to her and get a computer.
But the problem is we don't have $1,000 to get the proper computer.
You don't.
Yeah.
I've been hooking at night.
You've been hooking at night?
I've been hooking at night.
Well,
out at Santa Shores.
Giving dashboard specials.
Dashboard specials.
All right, so in California, they're going to replace at over 50 Cali Burger chains. They're gonna replace the cooks that flip the burger with a robot.
What restaurant?
Cali Burgers.
What the fuck is Cali?
Apparently they have over 50 chains in the state.
I gotta tell you though, I still kind of want a human there to make sure my beef is not pink.
That's what it's doing.
Oh well, that works.
Right.
Well,
It'll
lasers.
never.
Is there any lasers involved?
I bet there are lasers. I mean, it's a robot. When are lasers? Not
When are
involved?
lasers not involved?
Right. I
robots?
mean, no, we're talking about robots.
What kind of robot are you talking about? You remember Rick and Morty when they were like, oh, it's okay, they don't feel pain.
Yeah.
Just shoot them. They're shooting the bugs. It's like,
Yeah.
oh!
Yeah.
To the wife and children. It's
Right.
like-
This was his last day. All right.
But-
So.
Oh, let me tell you, but the reason I brought
Yeah,
up
go.
the Chiefs in Alabama was because I wanted to talk about, oh my goodness. I wanted to talk about football. Where'd it go? Where is it? I have to look it up real quick. There it is. The Mike Pence thing, right? So I didn't tell you about this. Mike Pence flew to, I think, Indianapolis to see the Colts game, right? Indiana.
Okay.
It matters because he walked into the stadium,
Mm-hmm.
got ready, sat down, national anthem played. All the players didn't get up, right?
Uh-huh.
So he leaves.
He leaves the stadium.
He leaves the stadium because half of the players didn't stand up or whatever. And it says on Sunday, this is from CNN, on Sunday, Vice President Mike Pence, former governor, well, I'm not going to say all that shit, didn't even make it to kickoff. Pence left after several 49 players knelt during the game.
Who cares?
Later he tweeted, I don't know why Congress needs to fucking tweet all the time.
It's not like the fans were like, "Oh my God, the game was
Right.
ruined since Pence left."
Right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Later he tweeted that he would not dignify any event that disrespects our soldiers, our flags, our national anthem, but the entire spectacle represented an act of performant outrage. That this guy is hinting that it was scripted. Hold on. The reason that I'm bringing it up is because when he did it, he had a whole press docket with him. So he took government money, flew to Indiana, sat there, didn't even attend the game, left
Bought
with
tickets.
press, and then it says, or I wanted to say,
Didn't buy tickets. I'm sure it was just free.
where'd it go? Go ahead and say what you were going to say. Let me see if I can find.
What does he believe? Doesn't he think that global warming isn't real?
I don't know.
Even though there's evidence?
I don't know.
And doesn't it... Okay, wait. Does he think that the world is 6,000 years old?
I don't know.
Okay, look, guys.
It's
This might be
not.
wrong, and I'm not saying that he thinks that. But I'm saying he thinks... Well, I think one of those outrageous tenets. Like, he
It's,
holds
I can't
to be
remember.
true. It's an
It's
extreme
Global
thing
warming. I think it's the
that
global
your
warming doesn't
fucking
exist. I
Vice
think it's what it is.
president is that
Yeah.
ignorant.
And I don't want to get in a debate with anybody.
But like we care that this guy
Right.
didn't sit his ass at a game.
Right. Well, it says in a tweet later in that afternoon, Pence's boss, President Trump, asked us, God damn it, this is my dyslexia coming in. President Trump said, I asked VP Pence to leave the stadium if any players knelt, disrespecting our country. First of all, if you're my boss
Disrespecting
and
our
you told
country,
me
you
to
motherfucker.
leave,
Hey, it's not about the kneeling thing. It's not about the country or the national anthem. It's about
it doesn't
stop
even.
fucking killing people, please.
Yeah. We've already had the show on that, and I'm not trying to silence you by any means. I'm just saying.
That's what it's for, and there it is again.
Yeah.
They're changing what it's for because they're distracting you, and they're making it an unnoble cause.
Right.
Is that a word? Ignoble? Is it ignoble?
Ignoble or
An ignoble
unknoble
cause.
It says, and then it bolstering that it was staged, just a pool of journalists waiting for him, and it was just, I'm just saying, if I worked somewhere, I don't care if it's the fucking country, and someone's like, oh, if they don't
If you
stay
work
there,
at the country?
then you need to, well, that's what they do, they work at the country, and it's like, you can't stay there. The fuck, I'm not. You know, if someone told me, if I went to a Chiefs game and if they stood or if they didn't stand, that's not going to affect the outcome of the game, nor me being there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't come to stand for a Pledge of Allegiance. I didn't come to salute our country.
His presence doesn't give them power.
Now, if you did this shit, listen, and I mean this in the nicest way, if you were forced to do some of the things that they tell our kids to do at school, you would be really upset. The Pledge of Allegiance is one of them. When I was a kid, and we all stood up and we said it all proudly with our hand on our heart, if if they told you that you had to do that in your job, you would be like, this is fucking communism.
This is weird, yeah.
You're going to be like, this
weird.
is, you can't tell me, this is ridiculous. And then and then people want to get upset and then not even follow the same rules with it being on a bikini or a bathing suit or a towel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was in the honor, the thing, I folded these fucking flags, and that's what bothers the shit out of me, is I folded these flags, handed them off to people who have fucking died for this country, and then people are distractions. They're all fucking distractions, and no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. When you're sitting there, you're like, oh, we're going to do this, but we're going to try to up our arsenal of nuclear weapons, which is going on right now.
Yeah, yeah.
What do we need? More nuclear weapons.
Why?
Because the ones we have, we don't know what to do with. The ones that are fucking inspired, they aspire. You're not like you get to keep these things, and the shelf life is forever.
Right. Well, that's the half-life. Yeah, that's how they.
Not even to mention the shit that the nuclear waste that we've thrown overseas in fucking barrels. You've seen the barrels that they just welded shut? You know it's going to corrode.
Not okay. Because
you knew this doing it.
And the barrel's metal of some kind. Yeah, some kind.
That's what's. Yeah, you keep pissing the country off of the country. You keep pissing the earth off. It's gonna fucking do some shit. You're like, see, the end of the world is coming. You're
right.
doing
It's
it.
The Antichrist.
It's
you motherfuckers brought it on.
You are the Antichrist.
Right. They're the motherfucking Antichrist. All right. Did you see that? Oh shit! Did you see that the coal? You know how they use power plants. They burn
we have a coal
for
it. Yeah.
They said that this actually shortens humans' lifespans.
Awesome.
Right.
Thanks, Colorado Springs.
It asthma. It does everything, like everything horrific. Okay.
Ooh.
And we don't even need to do it. We don't need to burn coal for energy. Yet we're at another case where it's just a company making money.
Well, do you know how many birds have died in the wind turbines?
Of what? Oh God. You know what? Fuck off.
When I heard that, I go, do you know how many wildlife has died from you polluting the ocean?
Right. Are you shitting me and carting over this coal or oil or whatever else it is that you're just face burning?
Yeah.
You're fucking burning fossil fuel.
You go in Texas,
and
not
letting
even Texas,
it off into the atmosphere.
You see, just burning. I mean, because you have to. You have to have a continuous flame.
That's ridiculous.
Because it will blow up if you don't.
Yeah. So, and then you said something about if we had to go to work and say like, be forced to do the pledge, and then we should also be forced to hear the Statue of Liberty, the Star Spangled Banner. We should be forced to that too.
I would love to have a conversation and say, hey, first of all, you give me all the words, all 3 verses, mind you, especially the one about God on the 3rd verse.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk, because I just want to hear how patriotic you are.
But that reminded me of Malaysia. Yeah, because we talked about that.
Malaysia.
Yeah. So how, just a guy that from America moved to Malaysia. And his experience, like, it was cool at first, and he had to apply for an apartment, which is what you do. And but like all of the apartments are skyscrapers in Malaysia, and they're like there are a bunch of just skyscrapers and docks and stuff like that, is what you see. And so at the bottoms of these buildings, and this is where you have to apply for these buildings. And so they said at all times there are always 3 people or 3 families applying for each building in town at one time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of a lotto situation. And so once your name is drawn and you're chosen for housing...
I feel like there has to be corruption.
It's government. This is government, right? You don't get to choose where you are. So if you had your eye on that, 3-bedroom, in downtown, then you could wind up with a 3-bedroom uptown,
It's kind of exciting.
On the side of the shore. What if that's not by your job? What if that's not by your kid's school? You have no decision in where you live. The government chooses where you live. That's how that goes. But you still pay rent. But what they're trying to do there is keep the housing fair. That's their goal. So they try to regulate the housing, like make sure it's not shitty and stuff like that. And also...
That's kind of cool, though. Where is that?
I think it's weird, Malaysia.
And you said, how's the cost of living there?
Oh, it's low.
Really low?
Yeah, it's pretty low.
Is that not good?
No, it's fine.
The only thing I know of Malaysia is what Zoolanders taught me.
Right, of course. Okay, so you're in these big skyscrapers for your house. And so, but at the bottom of the skyscrapers, there aren't storefronts. There aren't any storefronts.
Oh, yeah, you said that.
Right, and then you also have to apply to get a car in Malaysia. So, and your name goes into a lotto for a vehicle, because not just anybody can own a vehicle, and they only want a certain number of vehicles on the road every year, and that's how they regulate that. So the streets practically look empty, like they're nice wide streets, but they're kind of empty. So you're getting in this eerie picture, right? Starting to get a little eerie. No storefronts, wide streets, very few cars, very few traffic.
Like North Korea at night.
and in the day
in a lot of places.
Right. So in order for you, so you don't have a car. So if you get chosen for a car, though, to own a car in Malaysia, it costs about $100,000. So that's what you're gonna pay, U.S. dollars.
I don't have $100,000.
After all of the taxes and the fees that come in, because it's special to own a car.
I don't want to live in Malaysia.
Okay, so since you can't afford a car, you have to get to the grocery store now. And like I said, there are no corner stores or grocery stores at the bottom of these huge skyscrapers that take up entire blocks.
Mm-hmm.
So what you have to do is you have to get on a bus and you have to go to a big super mall. So it's a big shopping mall.
Mm-hmm.
And these shopping malls have grocery stores inside of them. So you can go grocery shopping. Like you find
kind of
every
like a Pietz or a Bietz or something.
Well, it would be
bigger.
like what's the mall up at Chapel Hills? It would be like Chapel Hills Mall with a couple grocery stores in it.
That's
all
not
the time.
bad.
All the time.
Yeah.
What do you want? Some aspirin? Chapel Hills Mall. That's where you're going.
By train, because you ain't you ain't driving.
And if you have groceries, it's cool. And if you have groceries, you're taking them on the bus. That's it. You better be able to carry them, and you need to take like a cart or something.
Right.
And then they said that also chewing gum is illegal.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
It's not illegal to have it. I mean, it's illegal to have it, but not.
Well, okay, so you cannot sell or purchase chewing gum or chew it in public. So you can have it miraculously in your house and chew it, but you can't leave your house.
That's so
with
odd.
It, I guess, but that's not really. They're not condoning that or anything, but that's a way around the law. If you really just have to have that chewing gum.
Because in the U.S. it's not illegal to be high. It's just illegal to have it on you.
Yeah. It's weird stuff like that. Oh, okay. So you ready for your horoscope?
Sure, yeah, let's do that.
All right, so I'm going to go to mine first, and then we're going to read yours, because I feel like, just whatever mine. I'll tell you how I feel real quick. I'm a Pisces. Not that any of this has any merit, but I'm just telling you, I'm a Pisces. This says, your heart breaks more often than a sailor breaks wind. I don't know why I said it like that. Don't you ever get tired of it? While it might be fun pretending you're a rebel, without a clue, your loved ones are fed up. Don't blame them when they call you out for bitching. Things are turbulent for you, as you're exceptionally sensitive to planetary influences that are impacting the world in bizarre ways. Income will increase, but you'll have to work harder.
Possible.
You'll have to work harder for it. Okay. I don't think any of that was accurate.
Hold on, let me say, can I see it for a second?
Yeah.
You're the Pisces.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? That might be a road. Don't blame them for calling you out for bitching. That's giving you an excuse to be a bitch.
No, it's saying stop complaining. It's saying
I know,
don't blame
but
your
I
family
feel like
call you
you're going to go and be a bitch to your brother. Not you, but somebody. It's going to be a bitch to their brother. It's like, quit being a bitch! And it's like, oh, that was on the horoscope. No, you're just a bitch.
No, it's complaining. It's about complaining.
I'm just saying you're just a bitch. Not you.
Yeah.
Whoever this was originally written.
So, you're a Cancer, right?
No, I'm not.
What are you?
I'm a Libra.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Were
you ever?
No. I didn't move. October 1st.
I never look at horoscopes, you guys. I don't know where
I don't think
it
changed.
Stands.
Hold on, let me... I might be
you
wrong.
are Libra.
Yeah.
Okay, so slip out of that suspicious nature and into something more appropriate, like a nice hair shirt or a pair of cruel shoes. What the fuck does that mean?
What does that mean?
You'll be working your contacts list like a whore on nickel night this month, trying to scrape together money to pay your pimp.
What?
This is true. This is fucking... I didn't even read this one earlier.
Who am I paying my pimp?
Listen to what it says. Okay, it says, you'll be working your contacts list like a whore on nickel night this month, trying to scrape together money to pay your pimp Leon.
I don't know what that means.
They're telling you you're going to be working your contacts like a motherfucker this month.
I really feel like that sentence could be read multiple ways.
How? It literally
Listen.
says you're going to be working your contacts.
Can I
Hang
see
on.
it?
Let me just read the whole thing.
To get paid.
You'll be working your contacts list like a whore on nickel night this month, trying to scrape together money to pay your pimp Leon.
Yeah, you're trying to get contacts to get paid.
That's part of the analogy.
But what I'm saying, you can read that in two different ways. I'm telling you, that's how horoscopes do shit.
We know you hate to be alone, and that anything with a pulse will do to fill that void. Just make sure you don't catch a venereal disease, like your mother. Wow. So...
Dang, this is a horoscope that insults you at the
Right,
same time.
Right, I like that. That's good. That keeps you in your place. So, yeah, this is saying that they're not implying that you need to pay anyone. They're saying you're going to be working like a whore that has to pay her pimp. So that means
Right.
whatever you do...
But finish the sentence.
Whatever you do,
Right.
you're going to be doing it to the max.
Yeah, get the
You want me to
context.
finish the sentence?
Yeah.
Leon.
No.
That's the finishing of the sentence.
No.
Okay, read the sentence.
No. You said...
Says the
You'll be
dyslexic
working-
guy. Why are you arguing with me about...
Because you read it. I'm telling you how you can read this in two different ways. You'll be working your contacts list like a whore on nickel night this month, trying to scrape together money to pay your pimp Leon.
That was the end of the sentence, right?
You know they're saying. Look.
Wait.
Listen.
Wait, I want to
Yeah,
clear up the
Leon
first
is
question.
the end of the
Okay.
sentence. I said,
All right.
how did the sentence end? It was Leon.
There you go.
But what I'm saying though is, this is if I was broke right now, I would read this as I'm scraping into my contacts saying, "Hey, bro, can I borrow $50? Hey, man, can I borrow $20? Because I got to make it through the end of this month." That's how I'm saying you can read it, and the way that you read it that way.
Yeah, I mean...
But I'm saying that's just how horoscopes do stuff to make it,
Okay.
presentable two ways.
I just thought it literally means you're going to be working to the max.
But I haven't been.
Too. You just said today, before we left, way earlier today,
I
that
haven't.
you were going to start cracking down
I did.
and really contacting
But I
people.
didn't.
Did you not say that? So, I mean, what is the argument here? You just want to argue sometimes.
But I'm not doing it to pay.
God almighty. How exhausting. You guys saw that, right?
What are you talking about? Anyway, shout out to our sponsors.
Damn it.
Guy's Gardens, Kind Meds, 710 Pipes, King of Quality, Simply Pure, TH Custom Promos, Grass Trays, The Clinic, Studio 420, which is located at 3995 South Broadway, Englewood, Colorado. There are other shows that they have here in the Toke House. The Tree House 2, Zach calls it the Electric Boogaloo.
Alright.
The first one died. The first tree
First
house
one died?
Well, it sank. It was built on quicksand, and it sunk. I don't know how the tree house sunk, but it did.
It swallowed up the tree that it was in.
That's the story that Marty downstairs gave me.
So question Marty about that.
So yeah, if you have any questions about how the tree house one sank in quicksand, Marty's the dude. Marty's the guy here at Studio 420 that lets you in the door. He owns the establishment. He's like, "Hey, this is mine, bitch." That's how he sounds.
Hey, so also, ducks' dicks get longer when they're around each other. Like male ducks' penises get longer.
Are they
when
trying
they're
to
around each
say,
other.
"Hey guys, hey"?
Yeah, they're
My
just
dick's bigger.
Yeah, they don't get hard or anything.
They just get longer.
Yeah. Do you think the more if guys hang out with each other, you guys I'm not saying dudes get aroused unless you want to be aroused, but do you think your package just gets a little bit bigger just for competition's sake? That's what it really is.
I don't know, but when I was in the military and we got in the showers, I did not have the smallest penis,
That would have to be really weird.
and I was really happy. Not that I have a small penis.
Yeah, I don't even.
But I
don't
never
see
saw
why-
other guys' penises.
You're
either.
really silly about your wiener. Like it's
No,
not like
I'm
dude,
just whatever. I don't
You're
want to
so
go and
silly.
have the smallest one in there. And I was
I don't
actually,
think you're gonna.
when I
don't
saw
think
that,
you're gonna
I was
be
like,
close
hey,
to the smallest
I
one.
wasn't.
I don't think
I
you're gonna be
wasn't.
close.
I was very happy
right,
about
so
that.
I don't know what your issue is.
But I gotta say, some dudes had a big old dick.
That's awesome.
I mean, big old dick.
Oh man.
And you can never be in a conversation and look at someone else's dick because it's so far down.
Hey, so how the
You
heck
can't
you
get
guys-
away with that.
How'd you guys line up for the shower? Dicks out?
No, you have to have a towel. I mean, I don't even remember. You just have a towel. Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
You guys were just dicks out and all.
Some guys were okay with that shit. I put a towel around them like, fuck this shit.
I like that. That's so funny.
Most people, it was like
That's
out of
crazy.
60 guys, and maybe 2 or 3, they were like, "Hey, shower time, guys! I'm just gonna take all my clothes off and walk from here." I'm like, first off, you
Were
ain't
they the
got
ones
a
with the
towel
huge dicks?
or soap. No.
They were just
No.
like old men. They
He
were like
was-
the old men in the gym.
I think it is. They go, "Hey, fuck it. Life has already fucked me. I don't care." What are they gonna do? Say I got a small dick?
It's like, you guys just looks like this, right?
I did not like showers though, because
The military on my side, there was a bunch of titties out. It
that
was
sounds
titties
very
out.
exciting.
See? So yours sound, that's what I want to know. Like, I've never asked you that before. I never even thought to ask you how you guys lined up for shit.
Yeah, you get
So you
on
started-
60 dudes. But you
That's
know,
crazy.
the thing about so you're just titties out, huh? What if you're a
It happened
lesbian?
A lot.
So if you're
What if you're homosexual? You guys are just a bunch of just swinging dicks,
Right,
just standing
but-
in line. That's what's going on in that hallway. It's
I
not
don't-
right.
so I know this is a stupid question, and I really don't want to offend anybody.
I'm offended.
But if you're a lesbian, do you find the same things attractive like dudes would, or is it? I mean, is it based
Oh,
on the
that's a good
individual? I know. I
question.
mean, it could be based on the individual.
Mhm.
I like titties. I like anything a female has. Like
Mhm.
I like titties and vaginas and butts.
Mhm.
I don't like dicks necessarily. Unless
Necessarily?
it's mine. You know, I'm just
You're
like,
I have to see the dick first.
Well,
you know?
imagine if you watch porn and there was no dicks.
I wouldn't like that at all. That would be terrible.
or no vaginas.
Well,
I mean,
that
you could
wouldn't-
do it. You could do
that
it, and you would be like,
wouldn't be
ah.
You know,
at
that's
some
that
point-
blurred out porn when they blur out the vagina.
Sometimes
and then you
that's-
just see the dick going in. I'm
Some-
like, I don't want to see that.
But sometimes.
No, I never want to see that.
I don't know, I just feel like it's so wrong in their country. They're like, hey, you have to blur this out. And we're like, okay.
But then right next to it, there's a gaping vagina, like a picture of a gaping. I'm like, so
There's 2
you're
dicks
not hiding
going together
it.
like snakes.
Right, like the medical symbol. You're not, so you're not hiding anything from anyone. So
Right.
it's just like it's like, to me, it's a waste of time. Like, I don't like that. Like, you're being fucking weird.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you watch porn with no, I'm trying to use both as the example. Like, if I was watching it and there's no vaginas or no
Dicks. Would that? How would you feel about that? I mean, I'm sure you like to watch lesbians. I mean, like,
I think at first, well, see, here's the thing: being American,
or do you like to watch
we
lesbians?
have
I
a
should
lot.
assume that.
Sometimes
I don't particularly like to watch homosexuals now.
you did.
I might have, earlier.
At one point, we
'Cause
were.
it's intriguing. You're like, what?
When I was in the military, you were watching
It's
that porn with your
23,
friend.
22. Because,
Yeah,
oh my god, it made you so uncomfortable. That was like
that was really
a big
bad.
part of it because we had a big screen TV. So
Yeah, and I walked
it's
in,
kinda
and it was
funny.
just dicks on dicks.
Yeah, dicks and holes.
Was it? No, oh, it was not.
That's funny. It made you so uncomfortable.
Because where we were stationed in Nellis, there was a fucking porn place. Like,
Right
you,
outside
literally,
the
you
gates.
walk out the gate, and it's not even. I swear it's in the same parking area.
Yeah,
The visitor
almost.
center is the porn store. You
They
can
share
go
a
and get a
parking
visitor
lot.
pass at the. But they were always looking for janitors because they had the peep room in the
They
back.
were an arcade too, yeah.
Yeah.
So they needed that cum cleaned
And
up.
I remember seeing this shit. Where did we see that? It had to be some paper. It had to be a base paper.
What?
It was a base paper.
Oh, they were looking for a janitor,
They were
yeah.
looking for
Because it was
janitors.
part time, and military right there, sharing a parking lot
I
with
don't
the
want
info
to
center
clean
and all.
cum or vaginal juices.
No women are going in there.
I don't
To
know.
the
There has to.
arcade.
Oh, back to the lesbian thing. So,
I'm just gonna
You
call
think-
that right now.
do you think lesbians find nipples and vaginas attractive?
Yeah,
That's a good. I mean,
of course,
that's yeah.
for sure.
Then we have a lot in common.
Yeah.
I don't see why a lot. I don't see why a lot of guys and lesbians don't get along. I don't understand this whole fucking revolt and shit down in the South. You have the same shit in common. You're never gonna fight.
like the same
only
thing,
thing you're ever gonna fight over is another chick. That's it. That's it.
Right, and
The
then-
guys already are fighting other guys. They're like, God damn it, we
Right.
can't fight you. We can't fight the fucking dudes and another woman who knows this shit because we don't know shit.
You guys are always fighting something.
And going into shit,
Relax.
man, being stifled in Alabama about sexual education,
There's
you
a
don't
lot
know
of fighting in
shit.
Alabama.
You don't know shit.
Yeah,
I would think in 16 years of marriage, I've gotten better sexually and not worse.
of course.
Right, I would hope so.
Yeah, I told you the other day. I said you get a gold star now.
Right. You should be like,
You don't need anything now.
but young Mike.
You don't need any more teachings.
Young Mike, we had
You
sex a lot
become the
when we were
master.
young, but
No.
sometimes it's not about having sex a lot. just doing it right.
Yeah.
And a lot. Speaking of that. No, just
right.
Shout out. We've already done our sponsors. We
did.
can't keep doing dirty shit.
They're good. They're good.
That's actually how the Treehouse 1 sank. Because we were doing it on quicksand and we sank it. So don't ask Marty. That was your state. No, still ask Marty. Everybody who comes to Studio 420, make sure y'all ask Marty what happened to the Treehouse 1. He'll know. He'll tell you.
What's been your favorite strain that we've smoked this week? Just we've had Alien OG.
Not Pineapple Express. I am fucking
Hang on.
done.
Blue Dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say what we had.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then we had Blueberry OG Kush, I think. And that was in dabs. Those were the last dabs we had from Purging Empire.
Okay.
Or Purging.
Purging.
No, I said it right the first time. Purging.
Like a Persian rug.
No, like Jing.
I know, I'm playing.
Okay.
That almost sounds like a bad word, Persian.
It almost sounds racist, but it's not. Like Persian.
I think anything can almost sound racist.
Ooh, it's Persian.
Ooh. Did you have anything?
What?
After the horoscopes here?
Oh yeah, I think I did.
Ooh.
I don't know. Let's see. We talked about the police officer getting fired for the nurse. Here, you take a dab.
Yeah. I usually don't do that, Dad. You'll hear me cough here in just a second.
We talked about that lady and her stupid vape addiction, her so-called vape addiction.
That is stupidly ridiculous.
It must be nicotine vape.
You're not smoking 24 goddamn hours a day.
She is.
Not when she was walking to the fucking beach.
I bet she had a vape in her hand. What do you want to bet? She was vaping on the way down to the beach.
Then you need to fucking get a fucking snorkel.
You need help. Yeah.
Then you can't go to the goddamn beach.
What was the name of that medicine?
The beach!
That you...
The beach.
What was the name of that medicine that you took to try to quit smoking? And it was popular a long time ago. Okay.
Wasn't
okay.
it? It was the generic version. Everything I had was generic.
The VA version.
Yeah, and I tried every way possible to quit. I did gum. I did the lozenges. The lozenges were actually the best, but the problem is you're not going to quit smoking until you want to quit smoking. But the lozenges you would put inside the cheek right here, and you couldn't keep them in there for longer than 10 minutes. But those things didn't dissolve in 10 minutes. You could have that in your mouth 45 minutes.
Well, you know what? That's so stupid. Why would they give you something that's designed to stay in your mouth longer? Why wouldn't they just make the lozenge smaller so that it dissolves within 10 minutes?
I guess it had to do with, I'm sure, the taste of it and the medication in it. Or the nicotine.
They just can't make the lozenge smaller.
I'm sure they could.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
I feel like that's going to cost 2 cents more lozenge.
They're putting people in danger just so they can put more product into it. You know?
That's the drug trade, isn't it? Isn't that what pharmaceutical companies do every day?
Yeah, what drug dealers don't do that. They don't put extra in.
Drug dealers are like, I know you like that weed, but you ever try crack?
Right. I'm going to throw in an extra gram of crack for you.
Your knees bothering you?
Yeah.
How about some crack?
You wouldn't even be thinking about your knees.
I would hope that any even drug dealers I've ever gone to have never tried to upsell me, and they're like, have you tried that crystal though? Let's try that.
I don't know, if I was a drug dealer, you're gonna have to spread your product around. You have to advertise your other.
I did have.
I mean, there's nothing personal.
I did have a girlfriend. I told her to bring back weed one time, and she brought back a film bottle. Back then, the film that came in the bottles.
The black Kodak cap.
Right. So you know something's wrong.
Well, weed used to be in those too,
right.
but not if you just bought it.
Right. It's in it now. If you look at the new containers and stuff, like the new
yeah, that's true.
But she's like, my guy didn't have any weed, but he had this meth. And she said crystal, and I was like, what is that? And she's like, crystal meth. And I go, you need to get this shit out of my house.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that,
But you were like, but you come back.
Right, yeah.
She's a meth head!
Do you know what's funny?
What?
I'm not going to say her name on here. But.
Well, no, because I'm not trying to specifically call you a meth head, but she was a meth head if she just brought meth back. Right. You don't just bring meth back.
Even 2 years. A year later, You can look it up and I can show you. She was on the endangered runaway list.
Oh, that's terrible.
So she had her picture taken up on Walmart.
A year later after you dated?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
You like to date
She's still there.
teens.
She's still alive. She's on Facebook.
You like to date those high-risk women in high school,
Yeah.
didn't you? With self-esteem issues that you get in their pants
something.
easily.
I don't know. I don't know. Damage. I'm not saying that who I dated, looking back, were damaged. They were clearly. I dated a girl who had a baby in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I dated just some people who had some mental stuff going on and stuff too.
But
the problem is
in their pants, because if a girl already has a baby, she's clearly open for business.
Oh yeah, that was my guy.
and if a girl's a meth head, she's clearly open for business too.
But there's another story that I'm not going to tell about today because I want to make sure I reference her as a different person.
Okay.
But
what do you mean? Is this the same person or something?
There's another story.
The meth head?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do think, not knowing when I joined the military and I got out and then learning that I was schizophrenic and other shit, it kind of makes sense that I am damaged and I was looking for some damaged tail.
Well, how'd you find me? No.
I'm
not saying I'm
must
not
be damaged.
in some way, huh?
Well, it's not 100. I would hope that you're actually, not to get all gooey and whatnot and shit. You are my caregiver, and you deal with a lot of shit that I constantly spew out of my mouth. So I mean, like a lot. I mean, you've gone through alcoholism with me when we had kids. Me getting fat, being Fat Mike. Not having sex at all. Because I was so fat and just alcoholic. I didn't even...
That's when I lost it, though.
Yeah, I lived in the basement. I lived in the basement for a couple of months, really. It was terrible. I mean, I could never tell you how appreciative I am, because I love you. That being said, I've been drinking. No, just... no.
I'm drinking get burned with that e-nail.
Right. I feel like you would throw something in here. What happened to Talk Radio? No. Did you hear the last Mike and April session or some shit?
We did the horoscope. We took the Boy Scouts, Donut Robots.
Donut
Robots.
Robots.
Halloween's coming up.
Oh yeah.
It's 2,000 years. It was started 2,000 years ago.
And it's
the second most commercialized holiday in America.
Christmas being first, yeah.
Oh yeah. So. Followed up closely by Easter, guys. No, I'm kidding. It's not.
I never understood the fucking Easter Bunny. Never understood it. So you got this 6 foot high Easter Bunny that comes into my house and does that? Because what I was taught was, Santa Claus is this, Tooth Fairy is this. The Easter Bunny is just one of those things at the mall that was 6 feet tall and you would take your pictures on their lap. This is not real. You're taking a picture on a bunny's lap that's a fucking grown man in a bunny
eggs,
suit.
Though. Like, what the fuck do eggs have to do with a rabbit?
Nope. Because when you were a kid and you got and you got that Easter egg bunny that they said was an Easter egg basket, you didn't visualize this 6 fucking foot man coming into your house doing this. Nor did your parents. They imagined it just miraculously appearing.
Well, I think I pictured. What the hell did I picture when?
Kids are stupid.
First off, wait. Did you get things for Easter? And in what manner did you get them?
Kind of, but kind of.
Because
Easter is Catholicism and just a lot of things had to play with that too.
Because Baptists celebrate Easter too.
Well, no, it's not the issue. It's
and
the reason I say that is
Baptists came from Catholicism. So.
I'm just saying, so we were in church. That's all I was saying. But Momo would make the Easter egg baskets.
Okay.
The wicker baskets, she makes those.
Wow, that's cool.
So, like by hand. So she makes all this shit, and she would bend it, because you had to soak it in water, and then bend it up through there. Yeah, she was good. She's still alive.
She's
I'm talking
alive.
to her. Okay?
Yeah.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Yeah, she is.
And I'm sure... I don't know if she can
Shout
still
out
do
to
it.
Momo.
Shout out to Momo. This show sponsored by Momo. Hey, Momo.
Momo's Wicker Baskets.
Yeah.
All your wicker basket needs.
You looking for whisker baskets?
Yeah, that's hard to say.
Yeah.
So, our Easter thing was when I was a little kid. I would get shit for Easter, and I would go to sleep, And I would wake up and the Easter Bunny had brought things. And I'm talking about like there would be an Easter basket, plus maybe a couple toys. You know. One year I got a monster truck. The one that you drive. What do you call those? The Hot Wheel, not a Hot Wheel, but it's the thing that kids get in. And they drive, and it's run by a battery and everything. What the fuck are those called? Hot Wheel, damn it, no. Guys, what are those called? Anyway, do you understand what I'm talking about, Mike?
Big wheel?
Yeah, Big Wheel, there it is. But it's the battery powered one. Not the one you pedal.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, the one where you see on YouTube that the kid will pop up and she's going in a circle on one wheel. Yeah, I got one of those for one Easter. It was awesome.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot of stuff for Easter necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of not getting a lot of stuff for Easter.
It was a lot of that.
We came from a not so wealthy area. Hey guys. Oh shit, my lungs are on fire. I appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yeah,
This has been
guys.
the Mike and April show, the Mike and April sesh. We are high as kites.
You guys.
We're doing a show tomorrow from 11 to 1, Facebook Live.
Yeah, check us out, please.
Coffee and weed, if you like coffee. If you like weed.
And help us
come
share our
smoke
shit.
with us.
If you don't mind.
Since we're in Facebook jail.
Yeah.
Man, it's been fun. We got through it. So go.
That's funny. What am I doing? If anybody can see what I'm doing, I have a lighter up to the email.
Oh my god. The studio's on fire! It's not on fire. We'll see you guys next week. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Have fun with you.
Give me 1 second. Thank you. I'm not a good multitasker by any means.
You're good. No one is, no human is. That's a fact. Scientific fact. Multitasking is not a thing that humans can even do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You just think you're doing it, but it's always one thing at a time, and that's why you get shit fucked up when you multitask sometimes.
Awesome.
Yeah, guys, thanks. It was fun.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
smoke here for a second, but we're not because we got to pack up. But yeah,
Take it easy, man.
doing that for a second. You want one last dab or anything?
No more dabs.
Grab this.
Smoke this. We can save this for the ride to the car.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or we can save it for home. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever we may do. 'Cause I think is that the last one we have left?
Yeah. That's why I didn't light it. Thank you for rolling this.
Yeah.
Oh, guys. Thanks for watching. April directed this one. She set everything up.
I hope it works. We'll find out.
Me too. I didn't mean that in any negative way whatsoever.
No, I know you didn't at all.
Go in. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys on the hippity hop. Hippity flippity. Hizzy dizzy. Dizzy gizzy. Well, we got it too.